Welcome back, everyone. I've completely forgotten how to stream. Who knew that 2 weeks, almost now, like what, 3 weeks now? Who knew that that would completely, this is a perishable skill. It really feels like a perishable skill where you take a few weeks off and you automatically forget how to touch anything technologically related. But it's good to be back. Thank you guys so much for coming to join me tonight and for just how amazing the chat is already. You guys have been talking up a storm. But before I go any further, Roman of the Empire gives us a super chat for $4.99. He says, sorry, I'm going to be late like a jerk. Had to shift the walk time with Mrs. of the Empire. We'll be in the chat soon with the groovy Max's Man Cave Dwellers. Well, thank you, Roman, for the donation. And then he goes, oh, I lied. She's making us walk after the sun goes down. Fair enough. It is very, very hot, so I understand that. Excuse me. So, for you, Roman, here you go, my friend.
Up into the overtime keel! Combat with a heart of steel! Cold is the ocean spray! Your death is on its way!
Oh man, it's good. It's good to get back into the groove of things. I'm seeing everyone in the chat. I'm looking at my screen and just being overwhelmed with like, oh my God, there's really a lot of stuff going on to take care of. So let me say hi to everyone in the chat. We've got Salty Texas C. We have John, the creative blue collar guy, Roman of the Empire, Harley Dave, Monopoly loser, not Monopoly loser. If you guys remember 2 weeks ago in the last stream, we found out that this whole time I've been calling him by the wrong name. Cajun Corey, what's going on, dude? Clinton Hausch. He says, welcome back, Max. Days off moved so I can catch your show more often. Oh, that's great news, man. Hey, hell yeah. Ash, hey, Ash. Paul, what's going on, Paul? Great to see you. Rudy, the man. God bless you, Rudy. Thank you for saying hi. He says, we are here. What up, everyone? A Troubled Green, hello, and it is her birthday tomorrow. Cannot wait to celebrate with her. Salty Texas C for $1.99 with a huge thumbs up super sticker. Thank you, sir. For you, I shall give you this.
I bid you stand! Men of the West!
So, here's what we're gonna do tonight. I am going to rattle off all the members because what I want to do at the beginning of every stream is mention all of my members, and you guys are going to see how I'm about to do that in just a second. So we're going to go over all the members who donate to the show every month. I have a little funny Facebook clip that I'm going to show. It's like 30 seconds long, but it's really funny. I think you guys will enjoy it. Then we will get to the Italy trip. We will get to, I'll kind of show you guys what I ended up doing, where I was, who I was with, what we did while I was there, and kind of give you a breakdown of all of that. And then after that, we have our new segment called Legendary Heroes. I'm going to play you guys the clip for that, and because I want to get your take on this before we show it later on in the show. But Legendary Heroes is going to be a new segment that I want to start every single Monday, and it's going to cover historical figures. It's going to cover comic book characters and figures. So let me play the clip, and you guys will get an idea of kind of where I want to go with this. And this will be the intro to the Legendary Heroes segment. So let me go ahead and find that, and we will play that here. What do you guys think? That's pretty cool, huh? I mean, those are some legendary heroes. And I could come up with thousands of other ones that I could try and find clips for or whatnot. But for now, keep it to about 30 seconds for an intro. We've got Zax in the house. What's up, Zax? He says, Max. And then it looks like people want me to go back to saying monopoly instead of monopoly. So maybe I'll just stick with monopoly. And of course, Harley, the most historically accurate film ever created is Braveheart. I mean, how can anyone disagree with that statement? Hashtag monopoly. So that'll be Legendary Heroes, and that will be later on in the show. And then I have, let's see if I remember how to do this. Which one is that? Is it this one? Yeah, there we go. I've got some new comics to show off to you guys. So some really rad, new, this is a new publisher, which I would highly encourage you guys to go checking out. And then we got some Howit covers, boys, back. Last time we did the hot covers, not challenge, but we introduced a lot of those hot covers. We got some more Howit covers. All right, I can't tease y'all with I gotta save it for the segment, So, but Roman says mono, poly, max. Yes, exactly. Let's see, did I miss something up here? Yeah, Ash Ragnar. Hell yeah, I gotta put Ragnar in there. Trouble Green, that's what I missed. She goes, I liked that very much. Silverlock, of course, dude. I gotta add the Space Marines, of course. And I've got some Space Marine stuff here and just in a little bit. When we go over some of the comics, I've got some Space Marine stuff I want to show off too. Just how expensive is the DC Mythos? Well, I mean, the Mythos worth getting into and not woke. Jaden... Expansive is the DC Mythos. Oh, comic-wise, dude? Holy good lord. There are so many different multiverses. Yeah, there's a lot, brother. But yeah, so hopefully you guys enjoy that segment a little bit later on. I know, salty. Dude, that cover, that's Patriotica, Gods and Shadows. So it's a indie comic book that was on like Kickstarter or Indiegogo, one of those. And Patriotica, get your hands on some Patriotica comics. Those are pretty rad. The story is meh, but the artwork, chef's kiss. Chef's kiss. That hero segment will garner you a plus 50% female viewership beyond its awesomeness. I don't know, man. I don't know. If I can't on my own pull in a female audience, I can only hope that Legendary Heroes does so. Tugs is here. She says hi, and that's okay if you're lurking, Tugs. I appreciate you being here. So, but yeah, well, let's get to mentioning our members. And give me 1 sec, because I'm going to do a quick costume change. And I'll be right back to mention our members. All right, I'm going to go right over here. So you guys won't miss me. I'm just going to be right over here. So. That's much better. Much better. All right. Well, of course, for my Viking brothers and sisters who are members in the chat and who are members of this channel, for the Viking level, as we all are in the Viking level, I must say a huge hail to Al McNeil, Paul Bussell, Ash Lauren, Monopoly Loser, A Troubled Green, Arcasul, X11 Bravo Comics, Michael Salo, Joey 101, Ben Lee, and of course, Purple Valkyrie. Purple Valkyrie, who I remember in the shield wall with me, slaying all those Englishmen on our raid. Purple, one of the most notorious Valkyries. Yes, my friends, this is what you get when you get memberships. You get Viking Max. addressing all my Viking members. So thank you so much for being my Viking members. Now for the Spartans. Now real quick, let me change over for the Spartans. Aha! Yes, of course. For my Spartan members, we have Unbearable 73. Yes, a worthy member in the Spartan Shield Wall. Cajun Corey, of course. Cajun, who has slain many Persians in his time. Zax, the fantastic Zax, who is one of the most notorious mods across all the lands. Zax at the Spartan level. Legion of Comics, Roman of the Empire. Speaking of Romans and Spartans, look at that. Roman of the Empire at the Spartan level. That Tug Life, who she is here in the chat as well. And Ian Soforth. Thank you, all of you Spartan fine members. Fine members of the Spartan community who give me such strength. So thank you to my Spartan members. And finally, we have our Templars. So one moment as I get the Templar memberships ready. Don't worry, it's just me, my friends. It is I, your Templar brother at arms. Hold on, wait a second. Where's my zoom? Much better. No, we like the whole thing, right? Much better. So for my Templars, on our great crusade across YouTube, my Templar brothers, we have Ken from Expedition Comics, Manowar 665, the neighbor of the beast, Salty Texas C, one of the most well-known and honorable, moral men at arms on this great crusade in the Templars. We have Harley Dave, who I have known to be with 3 women at one night, and who drank more than any other Templar that I have known. Harley, another great member of our community. Thank you, Harley. John, the creative blue collar guy, who is our resident musician, who is one of the finest musicians in all the land, and who provides us with our heavy metal when we need it upon battle. And finally, not last but not least, Dovyandi Setovia Sagain. Thank you, sir. Thank you. As my helmet falls down. So, those are your fantastic members. Thank you all for joining the stream, and thank you for donating to this fine show and to this fine channel. It is my honor to have you all in the Shield Wall, in the Spartan Shield Wall, and on the Great Crusade as Templars. So, yes, this is Sir MVP in his new form. So hopefully you enjoy him. Much better. Okay, so I do have another helmet. All right, we're gonna break the immersion for a second. I do have another helmet. I need you guys to vote on which helmet you prefer. So, yeah. Much better, right? This is a Crusaders helmet. This is how we take it to the Holy Land with this helmet. Look at this thing. Now, the only thing is I need y'all's decision. Do we go with the metal one, the last one, or do we go with this one, the leather, like, bucket helmet for the Templars? What do you guys prefer, all my members? I don't think I've never done a Crusader helmet. Oh, really? You guys prefer the Crusader helmet? Oh no, Monopoly says helmet 1. Very Monty Python. Ash wants the blonde wig back. Fair, fair. The first one looks better. It looks battle worn. It does look kind of battle worn, huh? All leather, and the one has one hole. Oh, John likes number 2. I mean, I guess technically I have to let the Templars decide what their helmet is, right? Leather daddy for the win. Like, you guys have to essentially determine. Alasia likes number 1, but Alasia, I don't know. Alasia, if you were a Templar, maybe I would be able to. You may persuade me. Helmet 1 all the way, man. Oh gosh, could mods? Do you know if I can do a poll? Can you do polls on YouTube, or does it have to be? Is that a Twitch thing? Helmet 1 so it can randomly close on your face during the stream, which it did, Harley. It absolutely did. Okay, I'm seeing a lot of number 1s. But yeah, mods, if you guys can do a poll, because alas, I am but a mere novice at this streamer setup. So yeah, the Templars have to decide my fate. So it's up to you guys, unless you guys can DM me and let me know how to do a poll on here. Oh, I can, Tugs. All right, let's see if I can then. I'm gonna go over here. So how's everyone been? Thank you guys for being here tonight. We have a huge audience. We've got 36 people watching. Thank you everyone for hanging in there and for watching me go through all the different membership helmets. I had to go big for you guys because the memberships are so much fun, and since I have the helmets, I might as well do something, right? So let's go to YouTube here, and I'm gonna head over to our stream. So how's everyone been? Now I have to mute that, and we'll do this. Create a poll. There it is. Okay. Helmet. I can't really do this with my other helmet on. Helmet 1 or helmet 2. You guys are getting quality content tonight. This is what happens when I come back from 2 weeks. Oh, man. All right. We'll try that. See how that works. Josh, yeah, watch it back, dude. Watch all the different helmets, because we ran the gamut tonight of different membership helmets. So let me go and get my helmet on, which is my hat. I'll be right back. Oh, much better, much better. I feel myself again. Oh wow, okay. Helmet 1 is winning. Oh, well, let's see. Helmet 1 right now is winning 79% to Helmet 2 at 21%. So Legion says, Max, I missed you so much it hurts. It hurts to know that you hurt, my friend. And it hurt not seeing you guys. I went on a stream yesterday, and it was so much fun to be with everyone and just like hang out with people again. I missed that. So Thank you. Josh says that's so fucking awesome. Thanks, dude. Go to the beginning of the stream, watch it at like 2x speed or whatever. Just look at the ridiculous of my blonde wig and the different helmets. So this has been the greatest first 20 minutes of the stream ever. Yes, John, I'm so happy to hear that. Dude, hey, if you guys want, we can do this every Monday. I will do the helmets, we will do the quick costume change, and we will adequately thank our members. So those poll options are adequately descriptive. Thank you. I mean, I only had a certain amount of time to do that. But right now it looks like the helmet one, the metal helmet, is taking the win by far. But hey Max, long time no see. Welcome back, dude. Thanks, Tyler. I appreciate it, man. Coming back from vacation, it's like when you get your first haircut in basic training, you lose 50%. Yeah, sir, for real. And Tug, she says, we missed you. I missed you. Thank you. That was a cool stream, Salty. I enjoyed that. Thank you for the laugh tonight. Good. Oh, I'm so glad, Tugs. I was hoping to give people a good laugh. And without any silkies. Hey, who needs silkies when you have plenty of medieval helmets? If Shad were here. Oh, if only. Dude, if only. I love Shad. His channel speaks to me on a different level. Thormax was hilarious. Yeah, for my Vikings, man. I gotta give it to my Viking level memberships. All right, well, I'm gonna go ahead and end the poll. It's been 2 minutes. Helmet 1 wins out at 81%, and Helmet 2 at 19%. So I'm gonna go ahead and end that. Thank you guys for voting and for giving your input. There were no faulty ballots, and there were no, 81 million votes against one helmet or the other, so I appreciate it. We have to extend the stream to 2.5 hours, 100%. If that means getting those helmets in, we may have to do that. We missed the shenanigans of the man cave. 100 P, as my friend would say, 100 P. We made it 22 minutes without the mention of silkies. Hey, 22 minutes is much better than Alasia's stream. Alasia's stream, I think it was 5 minutes. You know what, Harley? You're right. Silkies are not a laughing matter. They are serious. They are serious. Paul, glad to have you back. He says you have been missed. Hey, I've missed you guys, like I said. So thank you, Paul. That means a lot, man. First helmet for the win. That's right. That's right. So, okay, here's what we're going to do. Now that we've gone through some of the shenanigans, I want to play you guys the first clip of the night. Like I said, it's only it's 45 seconds long. But I laughed my ass off at this. And this will tell you guys kind of my humor. Ash, the ranking of Marvel movies was rigged. We had a perfect panel. Me, McKenna, and Josh. I don't think there's anything better than that. I think that's how those Marvel movies should have turned out. So I don't think that was rigged. But yeah, let me go ahead and switch our screen real quick. And I'm going to zoom in here so that you guys can see it a little bit better. Actually, we're going to go... There we go. Can you guys see that a little bit better? Now we're talking. Okay, so this is Jared from Comics League and Codenomics. Dude, what's going on? And it looks like Code just became a member. Codenomics, dude, thank you for becoming a member, my friend. Let me see here. Code at the Templar level. Well, you know what that means, guys. Code, are you still there? Are you still in chat? There's an echo in my helmet. There's legitimately an echo that I can hear. Code, thank you for your membership, sir, for the Templar level. Now it's off to battle. And for you, I shall have this.
I bid you stand, men of the West!
Oh, thank you for the membership code. That is very welcome. Very welcome here in Max's man cave. All right, well, let's get to our first little segment. It's only 30 minutes in, right? It's only 30 minutes in. And let me go back down to code. No, you do not. You do not get silkies. That is only a once in like a month type of deal. So, or at like every 1,000-mile marker. You know what I mean? So you're hoping for silkies next time, my friend. Next time. Purple, hello Purple, thank you for being here tonight. I mentioned you in our members mentioning earlier. If you'd like to see that, go back and rewatch that at the beginning of the show. I put a wig on and everything, so hopefully you enjoy that for another Viking member. But let's see here. I thought I saw someone else. But yes, Jared from Comics League. I think, Jared, you and I are going to be doing a stream later on this week on Friday. So that should be fun. Or we're just going to be making a video. So I'm looking forward to that. All right, let's get to this segment. So like I said, this made me laugh my ass off. Because it's totally me. Like, this is something I feel like I would say or do. Not the female, but there's a male, and his name is Craig. Let me give him adequate praise. Craig Clark. So if you guys want to watch this video and find this video, go find Craig Clark on Facebook. All, proceeds or whatever goes to him. He is fantastic. Okay, I'm done putting boxes of crayons in packages for Marines. Hey, great, X11. That's awesome, man. That sounds good. I would probably eat one of those boxes of crayons like I did on the last stream. So yeah, you guys will get my humor when you see this guy, but Craig is the man, and you guys will see in just a moment.
Can anyone tell me what these are? Like, they're not love handles, right? That's here. What are these handles called?
Fuck it, let's go. The Soul Snatcher, the Baby Maker, the way to get me come home early from fishing. Motorcycle grips, oh shit handles, the hold my beer and watch this. Reason I have Disney Plus, a refrigerator full of juice boxes, and 3 kids. The crock pot, the bird's nest, the Yeti cooler, the minivan, the reason I'm gonna be late for work this morning. The yum yum, the good, the come on baby, it's just a back massage. The candy cane, the mashed potatoes, the macaroni
Wait for it,
and
wait
cheese.
for it.
And there's approximately 7,862 stuffed animals in my house. The butter, the coffee creamer, the earmuffs, water skis. The reason I chase my fiance around the house. And last but not least, ranch dressing. Because they're good on everything, baby.
Like, they're not love handles, right? That's here. What are these handles called?
That is so accurate. When he goes, the reason I'm late for work in the morning, I was like, this is my new favorite video ever. That was so good. Were you guys able to hear that okay? I boosted the audio just a little bit so you guys would be able to hear it a little bit better.
Fuck it, let's go. The Soul Snatcher, the Baby Maker, the way to get me come.
The Soul Snatchers. The Soul Snatchers, the Baby Makers. The reason I have Disney Plus. These are so good.
Home early from fishing. Motorcycle grips, oh shit handles, the hold my beer and watch.
The oh shit handles. Hey, what's going on? X11 Bravo updated his membership to Templar. Dude, X11, thank you, brother. That is extremely generous of you, my friend. And in just a moment, here, let me do this. Let me play.
Strength and honor.
Strength and honor.
What we doing live? Echoes in eternity.
And Code says, all right, I need to bring my arse to bed. Nighty night, y'all. Hey, get some sleep, brother. Thank you for your membership. But X11, he says, I forgot to upgrade. Dude, oh my gosh, you were so generous. Thank you for doing so. And yes, for that, strength and honor, my brother. But yes, this video. Here, let me pull it up again. I was losing my mind at how, when I first saw this, I was dying. Because, hey, those things are dangerous. The oh shit handles, the baby makers, I think, the soul snatchers, gotta love them. You gotta love them. How can you not? For all my female audiences out there, or my female audience members, more power to you if you have these things. That's just chef's kiss. You gotta love it. Gotta go take care of y'all. Tyler, have a great night, dude. See you, brother.
Watch this. The reason I have Disney Plus, a refrigerator full of juice boxes, and 3 kids. The crock pot, the bird's nest, the Yeti cooler, the minivan. The reason I'm gonna be late for work this morning.
The reason I'm gonna be late for work this
The yum
morning.
yum, the good good, the come on baby, it's just a back massage. The candy cane, the mashed
The come on, baby. It's just a back massage.
potatoes, the macaroni and cheese. And there's approximately 7,862 stuffed animals in my house. The butter, the coffee creamer, the best part of
The butter, the coffee creamer. That's probably my favorite part when he does the butter, the coffee creamer.
the movie. Earmuffs, water skis. The reason I chase my fiance around the house.
Dude, so fucking funny. That shit had me dying. God damn. That's too good. That is good stuff. Well, thank you for indulging me, my friends, as we watch that. Because, yes, a Trouble Green, that is a good thing. This is a good thing. Like, the reason he's going nuts is because that is a good thing. Believe me, trust me. At least for me, it's a beautiful thing. That's why they're the Soul Snatchers. Soul Snatchers, baby. Max, have you ever heard of the comic strip Terminal Lance? It's written by a Marine, and it's a comedy series about life in the Marines. It's super funny. I have heard of that, Jared, and it is one of my favorites. He has got great content that he puts out. That dude is a very funny guy, and it is so accurate. Those comic strips are extremely accurate. Yeah, they've got a great Instagram page, Harley. Okay, guys, let's do this thing. Let's get into let's get into the trip. So this is where we get a little bit more chill, and I just get to show you guys what we ended up doing. So this is, well, let me give you some backstory. Real quick. Purple. Maybe I can only speak for myself, but the butter, the coffee creamer. What else does he say? The reason I have Disney Plus, the reason I'm gonna be late for work today. Love it. Tugs, yes. She goes, y'all like those? Yes. The motorcycle handles, the oh shit, or what does he say? The oh shit handles. Yeah. How can you not? They're part of the female form. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. So so for some context for the trip, Tugs, she goes, since when? Since guys have realized that they want real women. Like I said, I can only speak for myself, but Purple says news to me. Well, rest assured, my friends, rest assured. Like I said, speaking from my personal experience, that is something that I greatly appreciate. So, Josh says the Soul Snatcher, dude. That's where I knew it was gonna be a good video when he started with Soul Snatcher. But yeah, since when, like I said, when men started realizing that they wanted some real women with some some good soul snatchers to them, Lots of biologists here. Yes, Zach's exclusively biologists. So, all right. So for the Italy trip, though, I will say it was very, 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 very fun. Hey, Snowdub is here. He says, hi, Tugs. Me and Nico can't wait to see you in a couple weeks. Snowdub, thanks for being here, brother. I appreciate it. Salty says, keep spreading the truth 100%. Yes, Salty. That's why we resonate, dude. That's why we're on the same page. We see eye to eye with this stuff, because this is why we appreciate the beautiful things in life. These are things that God has created. So, but before I get distracted again, I do have to tell you guys about Italy, because if I didn't, then there's no stream. So yes, 2 weeks ago, my mom decided that she wanted to have her birthday in Italy, because we have family and friends out in Rome and Cascia. Rome obviously being like the hub of the city center, and Cascia being more of the countryside, and Cipiciano being like really countryside, like farmland and rolling hills, and it's beautiful. So, and you guys will see a little bit of this here. But my mom decided for her birthday, she wanted to do the Italy trip, and so my dad and her said, "Hey, would you want to come along? We'll, you know, we would love for you to be there for your mom." So I looked at hotel rooms, and we were seeing if there were rooms available that I could stay in the same hotel or whatnot, and so that I could do the trip essentially with them and go see my friends and my family, because it's been nearly 7 years since. Tug says, "Don't change the subject." Tugs, what we could do is we could have a whole stream, an entire stream dedicated and devoted strictly to that video. We could talk for 2 hours, to maybe 2.5, 3 hours, if we wanted to, but I would have no problem doing that. But I also want to tell you guys about Italy, so it's kind of a catch-22. But that would be a lot of fun. I would like to have a panel on for that discussion, because it would be pretty interesting. So anyway, I ended up going on this Italy trip so that we could celebrate my mom's birthday, and I decided at the same time, you know, why don't I take this as an opportunity for me to get away from social media, get away from technology, and kind of get my mindset back into this realm of just being present, you know, being present in the moment, being able to be with myself, being able to be alone with myself. And I thought that traveling, being outside of the country, not thinking about the news on Fox or the news on CNN or the news on Twitter or whatever, I wanted to kind of get myself in this mindset of get away from all that crap and go see, go visit, go, journey, take an adventure somewhere that you've never been before, or places that you have been before that you want to go back to, you know? And Rome is one of those places that is, especially in the cathedrals, especially in, you know, the basilicas, you get this kind of, for those of you who are spiritual or have, believe in a higher power. For me, I'm a Christian, and so my faith resonates with a lot of these beautiful monuments and this architectural work that is just so sound, that is made centuries ago, right? And all of these architectural works were made for the glory and honor of their faith, to worship God and to honor the martyrs. Like if you look at the Pantheon is one of the most well-known architectural phenomena in the world. And it's in the heart of Rome. And so we went there because the Pantheon is Alasia says, Max is trying to be all philosophical and deep and we're arguing over women's hips. I have nothing against, like I said, that's the reason why I played that clip, to give us a good laugh, to get the stream started, to get us in a good fun mood. But the chat definitely derails, which is fine, which happens all the time. I love it. I love you guys derailing. That's part of why this show is so fun. But maybe after I talk Italy, I'll bring it back up, because I do have another photo that might be kind of interesting. That I mean, Zax, you said they're honoring thighs too. To be fair, you look at all those statues and you look at all those beautiful sculptures, they are honoring the female form. And, you know, there's nothing better than that, man. So, and they didn't have any type of like social media or Instagram or any filters to make, like, what you would sculpt, what you would create with these beautiful pieces is what you were seeing. That's all they had reference of was, I see a female, I'm going to sculpt them. There was no filter, there was no Photoshop, there was no bullshit like that to make them look a certain way. You get the female form exactly how it was in that time with those sculptures. Harley says, I'm focused, but Max keeps talking about a trip or something. So, you know what? Let's do this. Oh, gosh dang it! It would take me a while to go back and find the stream again and create another poll. Even though I could create a poll, and most of you guys would probably say, no, let's keep talking about thick thighs instead of your Italy trip, which is fine. I don't mind that, but yeah, we were very focused on the oh shit handles and the soul suckers, which, to be fair, I'm not against. Like I said, I'm not against whatsoever. But with all that being said, unfortunately, because I wanted to go and do this, you know, kind of experience this world outside of social media, away from all the hustle and bustle of news and just like the downward spiral of everything that's going on, I wanted to get away from all that. So here, let's I want to say hi to Ken. What's going on, my man, Ken? Hey, Ken, if you want, go check out earlier in the video. I mentioned you as one of our faithful members, so thank you, sir. But I did it in a custom way. I did it in a way that might not be so ordinary. So hopefully you enjoy that. But yeah, if you want, go watch the beginning of the stream, my friend. So anyway. It was unfortunate though, because even though I wanted to go do all that stuff and get away from all the, you know, I wanted that true escapism, right, and be present in the moment. The first night we get there, which is this night right here, which you guys see in this picture, it's myself, my mom, my dad, and then our friends Ozzy and Christina. First night we get off the plane, we're out till like 2 or 3 in the morning. We are exhausted. We haven't slept in hours. So, we get off the plane, we go have dinner, we stay out super late, and I think what happened was it was either on the plane or because I didn't get any sleep, but I got really fucking sick. I'm talking fever, cold sweats, sore throat, cough, nausea, achiness, like anything that you possibly could think of, I had it. It was awful. And so, unfortunately, I was relegated to staying in my hotel room for the first week of the trip. So I didn't even crawl out of my bed, other than to maybe like go drink some water or go to use the restroom. I didn't eat anything. I wasn't like on my phone or anything. I literally was just trying to lay there, just like telling myself like, don't die, don't die. So finally, I feel better, I get better, and thankfully it was the second week that I got better, because that's when we actually had my mom's birthday. So my mom was planning on having her birthday the second week with all of our family and friends, and what that allowed us to do then is to hang out with people that second week, now that I had felt better. But the thing that kind of sucks though is that the first what do you call it? The first like week was gonna be kind of my time to experience Italy, go to St. Paul's Basilica, and maybe do some praying there, go to a service, go to Sistine Chapel, go to the Colosseum, go to the Pantheon, go to places that I wanted to go to kind of get that spiritual experience and kind of, you know, go back to that moment in time that I remember having such, monumentous times there and experiences. But because I was sick, I was just like, that's kind of got to go out the window. But thankfully, like I said, because I know this sounds spoiled and I know this sounds selfish for me to say, oh, well, it sucked that I was, sick in Italy. Like, of course, like, I'm so grateful that I had the time to be in Italy, like one of the most beautiful places on earth. It's like literally a once in a lifetime experience for a lot of friends and for a lot of people. So I hope it doesn't come across as me being selfish or self-centered or ungrateful. I'm just trying to tell you guys the honest truth that first week, I didn't even leave my hotel room, which sucked, unfortunately. So, but, Josh, yes, I was a total wimp, dude. When I get sick, I have a man cold, and I am a total wuss. It's true. It is true. A good trip abroad should be spent in your hotel room. All good trips abroad should be spent in your hotel room. I don't know about that, man. Maybe if you're with someone, like if you're with your wife or something, sure, absolutely. But, Excellent Bravo. Tug sounds like a vet, right? She is not, though. She works with multiple different veterans and has some really good friends that are all veterans and is a huge supporter of that community. So we appreciate her. But Zach says Cajun gets it. Thanks to all the lockdowns, all our immune systems got dialed back. I wonder if that's it, Salty. Because like you guys know me. Oh, thanks, Salty. I appreciate it, man. He says these pictures are fantastic. I don't know, because you guys know me. I work out every morning. I eat well. I try and stay very, my eating habits and stuff, I try and keep them very clean so that my immune system is much higher. And yet I go to Italy for, that first week and I get sick that first day. So, man, I don't know, man. It's unfortunate. So, my cousin moved down here to Tennessee from Indiana, and the first week his twin boys had allergies and couldn't open their eyes. Whoa. Yeah, sometimes it's like just the air or like the allergies, like you said. I thought being stuck in Miami airport and missing MegaCon was bad. That sucks, getting sick on vacation. Oh, Ash, I'm so sorry to hear that. Missing MegaCon, that sucks though. I would have been so upset if I had to miss the convention. Thank you, Purple. I'm glad I'm feeling better as well. That was miserable. So anyway, all these pictures are pretty much from the second week, which was, which I was able to enjoy, thankfully, due to us actually, spending time outside of the hotel room. So, was this the first time you let yourself actually rest? Good question, Josh. I don't know if it was actually resting because I was really just trying to survive, But thankfully during the week and during the weekend, I do actually take some time to like rest, I guess you could say. But resting is also like me watching a TV show. So it's not really like rest. Rest for me would honestly be like pulling up a comic book and reading and just like not worrying about a single thing in the world. But I tend to watch YouTube even when I'm resting, and YouTube can be kind of, depending on who you're watching or what news is on, it can be kind of toxic. Everything's toxic nowadays, right? So here is us walking through Rome. That is actually the Pantheon that you guys see behind us. These are all my friends. So you have Marco, Gaia, who's his sister, and then Marco's girlfriend here in the front. And then you have Alvaro. I want to say his name correctly, but I'm just going to say Alvaro because I will butcher the second part of his name. And then this is Gaia's boyfriend over here on the far side. But yeah, the Marco and Alvaro speak. Oh, and Gaia. These three speak like perfect English. They are very, very. They do incredibly well with their English, which is pretty rad. Okay, so here is. Oh, and then here's us more like with some more friends and family at the restaurant, in the actual kitchen where they were like hand making the pasta. It was amazing. And then this is on the Spanish Steps with myself, my mom, my dad, and then our friend Ozzy. Once again at the restaurant with our family. And then here is when I first got to our hotel. And for some reason, I don't know why my QuickTime player isn't actually like playing the full video. So I'm just going to show you guys kind of a rundown. But it's pretty wild because these are like, this is just literally, you're just walking down the street randomly and this is how beautiful they all look. Like there are these beautiful plants and vines that just hang down from the windowsills, and these like beautiful lampshades that hang over each one of the doors. They have their flags out and everything. So this is just a random street. Like this isn't any special street, and you just go down this and this is what you see. This is what you experience. And then, yeah, like little things like this, like ancient old relics of like, you know, decades, centuries past, of these like little fountains, you know, that you either wash your hands in or you fill your water bottles up with, because all the water there, for the most part, I think there are some you got to watch out for, but like it's all very, very clean water, and so you're able to wash your hands with this stuff. So this was just one of the hey, Brandon the anime guy, what's up, dude? He goes, Italy is pretty. It really is. It very, very much so is. So then we go to one of the piazzas. They're like, you guys have probably heard of Piazza del Popolo. I forget which piazza this was, but like I said, again, like you're just walking down the street randomly and you're seeing these like insane monuments, like these columns that are just so intricate and so well made and well done. And then this kind of monolith in the center of the piazza. And you get these little restaurants on the side, you know, that will just kind of be serving coffee, and people will be smoking cigarettes and just hanging out and watching. And you have a little croissant, or you have like, you know, some pasta or bread. But that's like one of the regular little restaurants and piazzas that you can see. So then here is another alleyway. I just love like how the vines were hanging and the plants and everything. Everything is small there. I don't know if you guys noticed that, but like if you look at these cars and these mopeds, everything is small. It's hilarious. Then here was this was like one of the apartments that I was looking at while we were eating lunch in one of the locations in Rome. And dude, I was like, I couldn't even imagine how much this apartment cost, you know. It was gorgeous. And thankfully the weather was perfect out that day. But I just love this kind of sight of seeing like this is where people live, you know. Like these are such beautiful houses and apartment complexes. So this, of course, was the inside of a chapel on one of the main roads in Rome. And like, it looks photoshopped. Like it doesn't look, this looks like CGI. Like it looks fake, right? But you can see just how intricate and like beautiful. I keep using that word beautiful because there's really no other word that I can think of to really exaggerate the magnificence of these monuments, of this architecture. It's beyond me. And all of this is marble. Literally every single piece on this thing is marble, except for maybe the golden arches here. I think some of these are painted gold. It might be wood that's been painted with like a gold texture. But like you can walk into these little chapels that you find on the side of the street, or like you'll be walking through Rome and there'll be an open door and you look in and you realize, oh, this is a chapel. And so you'll walk in and sure enough, this is what you find. And you can see that there's only like one guy off to the side here, but there won't really be a lot of people in there except for maybe some tourists or some people that are visiting. That is a modern building for Rome. Things built in the 1700s are considered new to them. Oh, wow. That's wild, dude. I love the old chapels. Such character and care. Yes, care was taken into them. And passion, too. Like, they honored and had a passion for this. Gotta love that old, beautiful architecture. True craftsmanship. Hell yeah. Zax, I have not heard this about Flaccid. But if he did, I mean, we're going to see him soon, whether that's Vegas or Texas, and he better be ready for a world of hurt, my man. So, beautiful chapel, amazing, experience that you can just find these. You'll just be walking around and you stumble upon some of them sometimes. Even the paintings, like, I don't know if this was restored or not, but some of the colors in this, you just look at that and you're like, how? How is someone that talented, right? And then this was kind of I did kind of a panoramic shot of the entire chapel. So this is kind of funny. This is the entrance to the chapel, and I'm not super tall, right? I'm 6'1". I'm not a giant, but I'm not, I guess, Tom Cruise size. But you can tell how these were made back in the day, and a door frame, like a normal door frame, is pretty high above my head. It's 6'1", 6'2". I still have plenty of room in any door frame that I walk into now. But you look at the door frame as you enter this chapel, and I like hit my head. I'm like walking through, and you can see I have a good inch or two above the door frame. So I actually legit had to duck underneath to get into the actual chapel. So it just kind of gives you guys a comparison, or like a size comparison as to how these people lived. And then here's the altar. A lot of these chapels have saints and pastors and ministers. I don't know what you would call them. A lot of them sometimes martyrs that were killed because of their faith. A lot of them are buried in these like little boxes that you see at the bottom of the what would you call it? The altar here. Once again, beautiful paintings. Italian doors are mechanicized. And Margie, so good to see you. Cheers to you. Thanks for being here, Katie. She says, I mean, you could duck instead of walk into the frame. I had to duck, but I was showing people I have to physically duck in order to, get into this chapel. So, Salty, that is your life, dude. That is how you have to walk into every door frame. So yeah, once again, the paintings, the craftsmanship, the passion, the sheer talent of the men and women who created these things. So now we're in the countryside, and this is our friend Ozzy's courtyard. This is his home that he lives in which is in Sipicciano. And this was maybe one of my most relaxing and thankfully relaxing, just peaceful moments of the trip. Just sitting out there, having a drink of water, and just kind of walking around, enjoying his home while we were there out in the countryside. It's beyond words of how beautiful his location is. This is him and my parents kind of showing the property, and then thankfully it got a little bit sunnier, so I was like, oh, I gotta get a video of this now. Brandon says, well, all I gotta go, take care and have a good time. Thanks, Brandon. Thanks for being here, man. Hope you have a great night, and thanks for stopping by and listening. So I ended up just taking a few videos of this just because I was so obsessed with this shot, right? Just the Italian countryside, dude. There's nothing like it. The only thing I could relate it to is the Ireland countryside. Ireland has got to be one of the most beautiful places I've been to as well, but for different reasons. It's never really sunny, but those rolling green hills is something that expand, or they span for miles, and you see the cobblestone streets and the stone gates and stone walls that kind of keep the sheep in for all the shepherds and all the farmers and everything. So Italy is beautiful in a different way, whereas Italy is different in a beautiful way than Ireland is. But like I said, for different reasons. And you can kind of see what that looks like here. So more of that. Oh, dude, this is the one. So this was in Kasha, which is where we had my mom's birthday. Look at this landscape. This is where they should have filmed Rings of Power. This landscape is just something else, dude. It goes on. I could stare at this image for hours, just finding something new or something more beautiful. And then like the little chapels here. So like that, the chapel bell would ring on every hour. And so you'd hear that in the background, like with birds chirping and stuff, and looking out at this imagery was just, it looks like a fairy tale land, right? It doesn't look real. Like this looks like it was CGI made. Same thing with the cathedrals. Yeah, gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. So this is what I mean when you would just kind of stumble upon chapels. So, we're walking around, and this is just, like I said, this is kind of just like what people live with. Like they're just walking to school or walking to the shop or walking to get groceries. And this is what they see, like these beautiful sculptures, these really, really intricate and fantastical sculptures and architecture. So we're walking through, we're trying to get a taxi, and my mom and I see this and we go, hey, is this one open? And this one was closed by the time that we had gotten there. So I was like, oh, okay. Maybe it's not, maybe it's like a government building, maybe it's not a church or a chapel. But then we look behind it and we see this little guy just kind of hanging out by himself. No one's over there, but the door's open. And this is the building you guys see with the painting on there. And so we're like, well, that's kind of cool. So we just walk in, and sure enough, it's like this gorgeous chapel here. Let me pull it up. And this is what was inside there. Like I said, like wild. You just stumble upon this stuff. It's insane. I loved the statues in this one because though they look life-size, they were actually probably like 10 to 12 feet tall. They were massive. They towered like over you. So like when you would look up at them, at these statues, like you felt the weight, the presence of them, right? So rad. So just little stuff like that was really cool. And then here's another fountain that we were driving by. So that was Italy, at least as far as like pictures go and stuff. Yeah, Risalti says, I'm 30% Italian. You got to do this. I'm 30% Italian. Italiano. So yeah, gorgeous trip. It's seriously, it's still to this day is one of the most just like awe-inspiring and spiritual things that you can experience by going to these locations, visiting these chapels, these grand monuments that just tower over you, right? So, like I said, it was unfortunate that first week I got so sick. But second week was good because we got to celebrate Mom. We got to go out to the countryside. We got to celebrate her. We got to have her birthday, which was the most important thing. Because let's be real, that's really why we wanted to go out there, was for her. And so that was the most important thing for us. So I was glad that we were able to do that for her. And I think she really loved it. She felt loved. She felt appreciated. She felt taken care of. And that was what I wanted to do. That was what was most important at the end of the day, you know. So Paul says, wow, thank you for sharing. Dude, thank you guys for watching and for listening. You know, it's very rare that people actually want to know about you, or people want to actually listen to you or hear about your experiences. So the fact that you guys listen and hang out and support and have these conversations with me means so much more than you know. So it truly is very, very humbling. So I appreciate it. So all in all, it was a good trip. I'm back now. I would have loved to spend more time. Of course, everyone says they want to spend more time somewhere, right? But we have to get back to work. And with that, we will get back to work to our next segment, which is Legendary Heroes, which I'm very excited for. I've been waiting for this for a while, because in Italy, this is where I came up with the idea. Clinton says amazing scenery, right, dude? Thank you. Hey, you got that Vash the Stampede. You got that Vash the Stampede icon, dude. Hell yeah, I love it. And Cajun says, great photos. Glad you enjoyed your trip. Thank you, Cajun. Means a lot. And Wakazashi's Tea House. Gray. Dude, I miss you, man. We need to do a stream soon. And he says, nice to see you back, Max. I'm sneaking a watch at work. Ooh. Shh, I won't tell anyone, Gray. I promise. He says, Tuesday here. Looking forward to catching up soon. Looking forward to catching up with you, my friend. Ian So Forth says stunning. That's a great word for it, Ian. Stunning is really, there are no words when you see some of these monuments and some of the architecture and the grandeur of all of it, right? A super chat for $4.99 from Silverlock says it was a very positive vibe. Well, I'm hoping that I'm assuming, Silverlock, that you're talking about Italy. But yes, it was a good positive vibe. It was a positive vibe to kind of get out of my own hole here, my own man cave, and get out and experience the world a little bit more. So, but Silverlock, thank you for the super chat, and for you, my friend, I shall give you this. So yeah, thank you again, Silverlock, for the super chat. It is very much appreciated. So I love to see your show and everybody here. Oh, well, great. Yeah, I didn't know if you were talking about Italy or what, but I'm glad to hear that the show is a positive vibe, man. That is, like I said, it means more to me than you guys know when I get positive feedback. It means a lot. So. But yeah, so let's go on to Legendary Heroes. But like I said, I came up with this in Italy, and I was really like, because when you see all this stuff, when you see all these statues and all these like heroic characters and men and women of the time period that have been that have been savored in history, in these beautiful depictions of them, fighting or being in battle, and they all have these amazing sculptures that are larger than life, or even entire, like St. Paul, his basilica is this huge chapel. Like, I cannot even fathom how big his chapel is or how big his basilica is. So stuff like that, where it's solely to Paul, like to one man, it's incredible. Steve says, yo, Max, welcome back. Sorry I'm so crazy late. Dude, no worries at all, Steve. Thanks for being here. I appreciate you swinging by. So, yeah, no worries about being late. If you want to see some fun shenanigans, go watch the beginning of the stream and come back. But if not, we're going to get on to our next segment, which I think you'll like, Steve. But, so yeah, when you see all that stuff, you go, man, there are some heroic people out there, whether they are historical or whether they are made up. So, the first one for tonight, because I've been really getting into boxing, is Joe Louis. And for those of you who don't know, Joe Louis was one of the most influential, in my opinion, one of the most influential African-American male boxers at the heavyweight title that you could think of, not just because of his boxing ability, but what he did for this country, what he did for America during the time of the late 1930s, early 1940s. Dude, when you guys hear about what Joe Louis did, holy shit, you guys are going to, you'll see why he is why he is this week's legendary hero. Max Top Gun Maverick blew me away with its feel-good joy and stunning fighter scenes. Best Star Wars movie in years. Great. Good to hear. I'm so glad you enjoyed Top Gun Maverick, because, let's be real, Star Wars is lame. Let's just say it. I'm going to say it. Star Wars is lame. It's super fucking lame. Comparatively to Warhammer 40k, Star Wars is so lame. I know I was trying to backtrack on it last stream, but no, I'm just going to outwardly say it. After watching Kenobi, dude, Star Wars is just lame. One can argue that Marvel and DC characters are modern mythology, and for that, Jared, I would agree with you, man. That's a great, correlation, right, between the two. I didn't get you anything from Italy, Harley, unfortunately, except for new ideas and a smiling face. So hopefully you can appreciate that. Let's see. Please hit that like button for Mr. Silkies. Thank you, Salty. Josh says, I was on a jog with Boops, so I couldn't see the images, but the trip sounded incredible. I love visiting different cultures, and I'm always in awe of older architecture. Josh, dude, well, thank you for taking me on your jog with you, man. I'm very grateful that you kept me in your head while you were jogging. I cannot do that. I have to listen to I have to listen to someone screaming at me, which is most likely heavy metal, whenever I'm running, to get me to run faster. So, I was just gonna say I'd take Warhammer 40k any day, 100%, dude, 100%. Okay, so legendary heroes, Joe Louis. Let's get right into this thing. Let's play our legendary heroes intro. Damn, that gets me hype. That gets me so hype. I'm going to go ahead and screen share here. And before I move on, I will say that this video is from Resnick Productions. So if you guys want to watch his video, go subscribe. But this is just some of Joe Louis's highlights. So I'm going to be playing this while I go over the history. The man, the myth, the legend himself, Joe Louis. Harley says, I'm listening to running cadence when I go run. Dude, I haven't heard that in years, but that would also be pretty motivating, I gotta say. You gotta be a motard to really get into that cadence, listen to that Marine Corps cadence, but I love it. Jared, I had to add the Snyder clip in there of our man Soups, our boy Soups getting kicked in the nuts is better than Star Wars. All right, so I'm gonna play this, and let me bring up my notes here. So Joe Louis, the man himself, as you see, he's gonna be knocking out these boys like crazy. But Joe Louis was born in Alabama in 1914 and discovered boxing at the age of 15 after his mother moved the family to Detroit. His father, I believe, was put in a mental institution, unfortunately, or was put in some sort of hospital or institution where the mother had to then move the family to Detroit. But Joe Louis won the Golden Gloves shortly after him finding boxing at the age of 15. And then when he turned pro, he went on to win win 23 fights in his first year as a pro. So that's 2 fights a month that he was just knocking people out, because he knocked everyone out of those 23 fights. He knocked out everyone except for 4 people out of those first 23. And what his strategy and what his manager and his Josh says, Boops is my dog. I was like, I wonder who Boops is, or is Boops a thing, or did you try and say boobs but you put a P instead? I would prefer, either way. I'm glad that you and Boops got a good run in. So. Roman says, all right, I'm out. The sun is setting and Mrs. of the Empire wants to walk. Thank you for sharing your trip to the motherland, Max. Fantastic stream. The helmets. Dude, Roman, thank you for being here, for being an excellent member, of course, at the Spartan level. And yeah, man, I'm glad you enjoyed the helmet. So, all right. Sorry, I just wanted to make sure I didn't miss anyone. But yeah, brother, take care. Have a great night. We'll see you soon. So then... But yeah, so Joe's strategy essentially that he spoke with like his manager and his promoter was that he would fight in the opponent's hometown, which is really tough to do because you have that hometown advantage, right? Same thing with football. You get the crowd with you. That hometown advantage is tough. But he made sure that he fought in the home of his opponent. And he said to make sure that people saw him beat their hometown hero. You know what I mean? Like, to make sure that when he'd knock these guys out in their own home, he'd be like, that's me, baby. That's Joe Louis. Welcome to my world now. And he'd always go and fight the other guy at his hometown, which is super intimidating and pretty cool. A good marketing strategy, you know? There had only been one other black heavyweight champion in boxing before that, and that was Jack Johnson. And that was much earlier. I think that was like 1913 or something. I'd have to look that up again. But Jack Johnson, before him, was even he was very taboo for the time, right? 1913, I mean, like, to have a heavyweight champion being an African-American man during that time was really was unheard of. So during that time period, because Joe Louis was black, his trainer had told him, you know, listen, if you really want to be the best, if you really want to prove to people that you can go the distance, can be the heavyweight champion that they all want you to be, you have to be, you don't have to be just better than your opponent in the ring. You have to be better than your opponent outside of the ring too. Like, you have to be the complete package, right? And Joe was like, hey, I'm that. Joe Louis took on that challenge and was like, I am going to show people that I am the best, that I'm the best of the best. Because at that time, you know, his skin color was such a detriment. Well, not a detriment, but it was such a disadvantage for the sport, because a lot of people discounted him, right? So he really started becoming America's hero, though, once he defeated a man named Carnera, who was a 6'7" beast of a man, and he was Italian. How funny that we just spoke about Italy. But he was Mussolini's golden boy. And so, let's see, I'll play this back. So, because of that, he actually beat Carnera by TKO. And that was really kind of the big turning point, because people saw, oh, this is Mussolini's boy, Carnera, and Joe took this dude out, this 6'7" monster of a man, and Joe was like, I don't care, he can be 6'8", 6'10", for all I care. Joe was 6'2", and he was taking this dude out who's 6'7", and Mussolini's, you know, golden boy, like I said. And so then America really started turning their eyes to him. But he was never still given that shot of being a heavyweight, or getting that heavyweight title, because the press was saying that there was a lot of fear for a potential race war or a race riot at the time. They were fearful that if Joe Louis won the championship title, that there would be outrage against both sides, that there would be riots in the streets, and it would be this, you know, big, unfortunate event, which we will come to find later wasn't the case at all, really. He unified people. Instead of dividing people, Joe Louis unified a country. And that's what we need right now. And that's why Joe Louis is such a fantastic hero. So then, even though he wasn't given a shot, as he's coming up in the ranks, he's winning, continuing to win, and knock people out. Max Schmeling, a German fighter, and one of Hitler's own friends. Yes, you heard that correctly. Max Schmeling, one of Hitler's own friends, and honestly Hitler's poster boy. They scheduled a fight between Max Schmeling and Joe Louis. And unfortunately, Max beat Joe Louis in this fight, and this was Joe's first loss. Very first loss ever came by the hands of Max Schmeling, who was the German fighter. But America didn't want the belt to be in Nazi Germany. They were afraid that if, Germany had taken the win of a heavyweight title, they would have gotten the belt and it would have never come back to America. So they bypassed Max Schmeling in another fight, and instead they had Joe fight, let's see here. They had Joe fight Jim Braddock in a heavyweight title. Joe Louis won the fight and took home the title by knockout in 1937, but Joe wouldn't be happy until he had his revenge against Max. So that's the cool thing about this whole experience, right? Is that Joe won the title fight between Jim Braddock, but Joe was like, nah, I know I'm a heavyweight champion. I know I just won the fight, by knockout. I know I'm the, America's hero or whatever. But I'm not finished. I need to fight Max Schmeling again. I need to fight that German asshole, and I need to take him out. Not just for me, but for this country. And you'll see why he did it for himself and for his country, and why he was such an honorable and noble guy. But he was out for blood. He was not just content with winning the heavyweight title belt. He was like, I want Max's head. I want Schmeling's head on a platter. Bring it to me. Let's do this thing. Revenge fight. So for Joe, this was a war for his country. This was much more than just a boxing fight. This was on the brink of World War II. So this was 1938 when they started scheduling this fight. They schedule the fight. They come back. It's the biggest fight in boxing history, right? It's America versus Nazi Germany. On the brink of World War II, Hitler's very own poster child in the ring with Joe Louis, who is fighting for our country, for America. And he's fighting for not just America, but he's fighting for Black America, for white America. He's fighting for unification. And he goes out there and he knocks him out in the first round with a mean right hand. Knocks Schmeling out first round, out cold, fight's done, keeps his title, and wins the war in the boxing ring for America against Germany. So rad. Seriously, so rad. So then in 1942, once World War II is in full effect, Joe enlisted in the army to fight in World War II and would still fight in the boxing ring, even though he was still enlisted in the army. And then he would donate his earnings that he would make in the ring for boxing to the Army and Navy Emergency Relief Fund. Dude, that is wild. The fact that he took his earnings from his boxing and he gave it to the Army and Navy Emergency Relief Fund just shows you how much of a stand-up and ethical and moral dude this guy was. And the fact that he served his country, that he enlisted in the army. He even says, once he enlisted in the army, he is quoted with saying, I'm just doing what any red-blooded American would do. And then he also says, I'm not fighting for nothing, I'm fighting for my country. This is Joe Louis, 1942, heavyweight champion of the world. He held his title for 10 years and defended it 25 times in the ring. A decade he held that heavyweight title and defended 25 times. Unfortunately, Joe later passed away at the age of 66, but was buried at Arlington National Cemetery with full military honors, as rightfully so, as he should have. Joe was the pioneer for some of the most famous black boxers, such as Muhammad Ali, George Foreman, Sugar Ray Leonard, Mike Tyson, Evander Holyfield. The list goes on, but he was the pioneer. He was one of the first to really make a name for himself, make a name for his culture, for his community, and for this country. For one of the most stand-up and moralistic guys you could think of, we give this week's legendary heroes to none other than Joe Louis, heavyweight champion of the world. So, let me move back to our original screen here. So what do you guys think? What have we got going on in the chat? Let me check here and see what everyone's been saying. Wakazashi, I'm sorry I missed you, brother, but hey, have a great rest of the day. Enjoy your third graders. Teach some third graders. Hell yeah. Hey, what's going on, Mando? Great to see you. And Doviande Setovia again. Dude, go check out earlier. I gave you all our members a big shout out at the beginning of the stream, so hopefully you enjoy that. Impressive, most impressive. Absolutely, he was. But yeah, great to see everyone here. So thank you for staying. Let's see. Just to clear up the record about Schmeling's relationship with Hitler, Schmeling risked his life to save a couple of Jewish children. He did not support the Nazi agenda. Oh, interesting. Okay. I did not know that, Tad, but thank you for letting me know. I mean, I don't know what Schmeling's relationship to the Nazi Party was, but I know that for America, they definitely saw this as a battle between good versus evil, right? I don't know Schmeling personally, of course, but at the time, this was that type of battle, was, Germany against America. Let's see, who's the master race now? Joe made that dude his bitch. Yeah, Joe is a monster, dude. What a cool dude. I really, if there's someone I would love to meet, I mean, I would love to meet all these legendary heroes, right? But Joe seemed like such a stand-up guy. Monopoly, great point. I can't imagine an athlete donating their winnings to the military in today. Dovi, right? Dude, what, you would never see the self-centered athletes that we have now donating their proceeds to, the military. And even if they did, how would that, what would that look like? And would that be something that would just like be a virtue signal? Do you think some of these athletes would actually do it because of like out of the generosity of their own heart, or would it be something to get brownie points for? I don't know. Very cool and interesting. Thanks, Alasia. Yeah, I think this will be kind of cool because it gives me an opportunity to research this stuff and then share it with you guys and learn more about these heroes. True hero and boxing icon. Agreed, Michael. So, no, not what every red-blooded American would do. There are too many selfish Americans these days. These days, for sure. In modern society, absolutely. I bet you Joe had no times for pronouns. He was too busy being a real man and fighting to save democracy. Absolutely, Salty. He didn't give a shit about any of that. He was all about protecting his freedom, fighting for his country, standing up for his community, for his family. Hail Joe Louis. Hail Joe Louis. Thank you, Harley. That was a great overview of a true hero. Thanks, dude. Yeah. There are a lot more chats way up there. There were many great discussions. Oh, let's see. I love how Louis walks away when an opponent goes down, doesn't hover over top or try to push that limit, then walks back over if they get back up. Great sportsman. That was one of the things that I was watching a couple videos and reading a couple articles. That was one thing that they said that was really interesting about Joe, was that he never gloated. He never was super conceited. He never stood over anyone whenever he defeated them. He was very respectful during his entire athletic career. JJ Watt did a lot in Houston during the flood. I do know that JJ Watt has donated some good money. He also bought his mom like a house when he got his latest contract, so that was pretty rad. Let me go up and see, because Harley was saying that I missed some good comments. Read that one. Austrian Death Machine is death metal with Arnold movie quotes. That's from Tim Lambesis, actually. I am very well aware of that one. If it's the same one I'm thinking of, so. It's also strategically brilliant because you can fight with everyone that the opponent has sparred and trained with. Ooh, good call, Harley. Yeah, if you're fighting in the opponent's hometown. Strategery, says John. The Underground says, hey everybody, dude, Underground, what's up, man? It's been a while since I've seen you. Glad to see you here. I have the Joe Louis KO boxing card from his title fight. You what? You have the Joe Louis KO boxing card from his title fight with James Braddock? Harley, I need to see this, dude. You need to send me that in a DM or something. That is dope. What? There's no way. That's cool. Okay, I think I got everyone. Sweet. Well, we nailed pretty much everything I wanted to go over with Joe. Josh says, honestly, he probably had to walk away for his safety. I'm certain there were plenty of people that weren't happy that a black man won. If he gloated, it probably would have pissed people off more. Exactly, Josh. And that was his thing. And that's what I was saying earlier, was like, when he was talking to his trainer was telling him, like, you have to be perfect because all eyes are on you, right? He has to be like, a white man in the ring at this time could do no wrong, but Joe had to be better than the best on and off the boxing platform, inside the ring and outside of the ring. He had to be moral. He had to have integrity. He had to have respect. He had to have, the whole package essentially, which I don't think was a front. Like, I think this is actually who he was. He was that kind of guy, which is why he was so successful at what he did. But you're absolutely right, Josh. There were plenty of people that would have rioted or raged at that time if he were to win. But if you guys look at the 90s, like I said earlier, like if you guys were watching boxers in the 90s, you would have seen Mike Tyson, George Foreman, Evander Holyfield, Lennox Lewis. Like, these are top of their class heavyweight champions in the black community that were super prominent in 90s boxing. And Mike Tyson, say what you will about the guy, he's obviously got some demons and he's not the best moral person in the world at all. But he's got one of my favorite boxing styles of all time. And thanks to Joe, Joe's one of the reasons why these guys were able to compete like that. It's from 1991, but sure, I'll send you a pic. Still cool, man. Still cool. The stream background music is awesome tonight. Oh, thanks, Shieldwall. Glad to hear that. He was dubbed the Brown Bomber. He was dubbed the Brown Bomber. That was his title during the time that he was fighting. Buster Douglas. Yeah, Buster Douglas, dude. I forgot about Buster. Yeah, exactly. Well, I'm gonna take that off for now. And this is what I'm gonna propose. So we can do one of two things. We can either go back to this conversation. I don't know if my girls are still in the chat. I don't know if we still have Alasia, Tugs, Purple, to talk about the Thick Thighs Save Lives conversation, because we can go back to that if we want to, or we can just make a completely different stream and have that for next week. But I have no problem talking about that. One of the best technical boxers in the heavyweight division was Tyson. Yeah, Michael, dude. and one of the hardest hitting. Like, so, and he was so precise and accurate with every single punch. Like, fast, accurate, technical, hard hitting. Like, what more could you ask for in a boxer? Tyson's card is a part of my collection as well. I had an inside source. Dude. Prove it. Prove it. Pix or it didn't happen, right? Thank you, Untamable Life. She says, don't forget to hit that that like button. Oh, so Mando, Tugs, Purple, and Alasia were talking earlier because we had a conversation about thick thighs. As Harley so lovingly puts it, thick, thirsty thighs. And yes, silky lives do matter. But here's the clip that I played earlier, Mando, and I'll play this for you guys so we can watch it again because I just love this clip. It's so funny, and I think Margie was even in here talking about it as well. She's gotten them baby making hips. Tug says, "I'm gonna need you to send me this video. I can't find it." Okay, I'll send it to you, Tugs. More lies. I don't buy this at all. Alasia, I need y'all to draw me a diagram. Alasia. The men of this chat, the men of this fellowship, told you that sundresses were hot, right? Sundresses were chef's kiss. We loved sundresses. And you were like, no. That's ridiculous. Guys don't like those. They look ugly, blah, blah, blah. And then sure enough, Twitter puts out an article and it's like, why men love sundresses and why they're so obsessed with sundresses. So you got to trust us. You got to trust us when we say this stuff. Silky's lives matter. They do. I think the thick thighs conversation should be left for a time where you have a female guest on. For sure, Steve. I definitely want to get multiple female guests on here so we can have that, because that would be an argument for the ages. But yeah, so thunder thighs are the best. So let me play this clip one more time because it's pretty funny. And here, let me turn up the volume a bit.
Anyone tell me what these are? Like, they're not love handles right here. What are these handles called?
Why is this? Can you guys,
Fuck it.
is this lagging for you guys as well? I don't know why this is lagging. Oh, Dovey, I'm glad you went back to the member shoutouts. Hell yeah. So rad.
These are.
Why is this lagging on me now? Hold on. Let me refresh this. There we go. Now it's moving, right? Can you guys see that better?
Like, they're not love handles right here. What
the hell? Alright, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna go back to here. And what I'll do for you guys is I'll put the clip in the chat in case anyone wants it. I think I can do that. Josh says, there's still curves, Tugs. They don't fit in jeans very well. I mean, that's why you wear a sundress, right? No, I'm kidding. I have like thousands of windows open, Steve, so that's probably why my thing is being super laggy right now. But no worries. We'll do it live. We'll make it work. We will do it live. Did everyone get the link that I sent? Because that was the Facebook link. I'm gonna close out of some of these so that Zach just says crayons. Don't get me thirsty, or don't get me hungry, Zax. All right, let's try this once more into the deep.
These are.
Damn, it's still lagging. Well, I'm going to play the audio so that maybe you guys can at least hear it. So I'll go back to my screen share.
These are. Like, they're not love handles, right? That's here. What are these handles called?
Fuck it, let's go. The Soul's baby maker, the way to get me come home early from fishing. Motorcycle grips, oh shit handles, the whole watch this. The reason I have Disney Plus, a refrigerator full of juice boxes, and 3 kids. Pot, the bird's nest, the Yeti cooler, the minivan, the reason I'm gonna be late for work this morning. The yum good, the come on baby, it's just a back.
The yum good. Is that what I heard him say? The yum good?
Massage. The candy cane, the mashed potatoes,
the candy cane, the mashed potatoes. So good. Yeah, for some reason this is being weird, so I probably just have too many tabs open, unfortunately. But it is all good, because we're gonna soldier on forward. Because the next thing I wanted to show you guys was some comic books, yeah. We got like another 20 minutes left, so I figured I'd go show you guys some comics before we end the night. And also, hold on, let me grab it real quick. So I've been getting I've been getting back into my hobby of Warhammer. So I have been purchasing multiple combat patrols and box sets and all my old Warhammer figures and all my tools and all my painting supplies. Everything is coming back out because, it's been super fun to get back into this. And, you know, because comics are obviously my passion and they're a hobby, but like Warhammer is such a therapeutic, like building and painting and sculpting and customizing. The Warhammer stuff is just so cool. I'm obsessed with that whole world. That was one of my first loves, so getting back into that has been really fun. And the one thing that I'd really love to do, and you guys can tell me what y'all think about this and what, you know, if this would be a good idea, but what I'd really end up, or what I'd, Tug says, Henry, yeah, John, Gideon is still alive. He is still in that, so he's still sleeping away, enjoying his life. But I do Silverlock. I do a couple different factions. My favorite though are Space Wolves and Black Templars. That's what I've been building as of late. But what I would love to do, and here, let me pull up our comic book cam here. Is that too bright? All right. What I'd love to do is do a stream where we're doing build streams of these guys. So these are some of my Black Templars. This guy has some custom pieces on him, like the tabard and the helmet, you can see are a bit different. But I need to get my lighting figured out so that like I can show you guys kind of what we're working with. Because I normally put all the pieces in here and then I'll finish, you know, I'll clean up the model, I'll clean up some of the pieces, and then I'll finish the model after putting them together. And I would love to do that on a stream, but the lighting just, it's not that great. So I need to figure out what I need to do with my lighting and how to get the camera there so we can do like a build stream, which would be super rad. So, but until then, we'll look at some comics, huh? Heyo. So this is from a publisher called Artists Elite. This is a brand new publishing company. Like, brand new is in like started, like this came out last week. So this publishing company is going to be doing all things comic books related to art and artwork. So all of the artists that are attached to these comics are like masters in their field, in their craft. So the Artist Elite stuff is going to be really exciting, especially for me, kind of getting more into the 90s artwork of like Brett Booth. I think you have Freddie Williams Jr. on here. So very excited about Artist Elite. Go check out Artist Elite stuff. They are going to be the new contender, in my opinion. Merc Magazine and Artist Elite are going to be the next two big things in comic books. Mark my words. So, Tugs, I hate to break the immersion here. You said we need you to poke Gideon. I hate to break the immersion, but that clip of Gideon here. Let me zoom in real quick. That clip of Gideon is just a video that just loops over and over again. So, I mean, he's sleeping here, but I don't have an extra camera to actually show him sleeping behind me. So I took a video and it's just on loop. So I'm sorry. We broke the immersion, but that's all right because we have a super chat from Michael Salo for $13.99. Dude, thank you so much. He says, would you buy the Warhammer figures that you can find at Walmart? I think they are the same scale as the McFarlane figures. They look cool. Those, I think, are actually produced by McFarlane. I'm not sure. I can't be 100% positive. But I have seen some of those, and they are super well done, well made. I do have one of them that's in storage, but I prefer this. I prefer the smaller models because I get to build these, you know, and you actually get to paint and customize. Whereas the larger ones at Walmart that are, I think, like if you're talking about the ones I'm thinking of, they're like 6 inches. You can't really build them or customize them or paint them. So, but they're great pieces to display. So. But Michael, thank you for the $13.99. That is very kind. And for you, sir, you get this.
No mercy!
Thanks again, Michael. That is super generous of you. Cajun, I do not believe that cat is alive. He's still laying the exact same spot for 2 months now. I'm starting to believe he doesn't even exist. No, he exists. He absolutely exists, but it's just a looped video. If you don't play while wearing one of your helmets or your Viking wig, then you're a chump. Just okay, Josh. Fair enough. Fair enough. That's, you know what? That's a good point. Am I even playing Warhammer if I don't have the wig on or a helmet on? Come on. Most of the Space Marine armies are Beakies from the early 90s. Oh, nice. Hell yeah, Silverlock. Were you like a Smurfs player? Ultramarines? I actually really like Ultramarines. Or what did you play? Or maybe Blood Angels? I played Blood Angels for a little while, the vampires of the Space Marines. He never crashes a stream. That's not very cat-like. A circle light directly overhead would be best to minimize the glare. Flat gray mat. Ooh, okay. Thank you, Clinton. I appreciate that. That is actually good. That's a good tip. I will. Thank you. That's perfect. Dude, Brett and Freddie both are incredible guys, right? They are. Not only are they incredible guys, but their art is like top notch. Like I said, top in their field, in their craft. And Harley, thank you for the link to Artist Elite. Those guys are going to fucking kill, in a good way, the comic book industry. They're going to do very well. But then Gideon will kill Max in his sleep. I knew it. Video loop from 3 months ago. Yeah, the secret is out. My whole life is a lie. Oh man. Yeah, this is why the audio cuts out when he switches. Sorry guys. You know what? If I get a third camera, I will do a live Gideon cam, but as of right now, I can only have the video. So, another fantastic story is Cyberfrog, Blood Honey by Ethan Van Sciver. The writing and art is superb. Thanks, Jared. I need to look into that. I haven't read that one. You sit upon a throne of lies. I'm gonna need you to text me a video of you poking Gideon. I will. You know what? I'll do this for my members. I will go on after this. I'll take a video of me petting and poking Gideon. And just so you guys know, he is alive and well. Still need to see the cat. I still don't believe he's alive. I'll say goodnight now. I'm going to get ready to do a late workout. Have a good workout, Alasia. Thank you for being here. Thanks for saying hi. And I cannot wait to celebrate your birthday this weekend. That'll be super fun. So everyone wish Alasia a happy birthday in the chat. Oh, okay. Thank you, Harley. I'll check Instagram after the stream so I can get a look at that, because that would be dope. Gideon proof of life. Okay. You know what? Proof of life. Until then, hold on. What do you guys want to see? I'm going to play Legendary Heroes again. I'm going to grab Gideon. Proof of life confirmed. Oh, there we go. Proof of life confirmed. Here he is. Here he is. Can you say hi? He's upset. I woke him from his slumber. It's okay. Do. Proof of life confirmed. He's alive and well. Oh. Gideon is dreaming of a post-human world. There he goes. Derailed for Gideon. Really, though. For real. It was worth it, though. It was worth it. Justice for Gideon. He lives. He is alive and well, my friends. He is alive and well. That's a hand puppet, says Ken. No. Hold on, now I have to open the door because he doesn't want to be here. Come on. There you go. Alright. We're back. We're back. He's pissed you woke him up. He's plotting your death now. Guys, if I go missing again for another 2 weeks, it's not because I'm in Italy. It's because Gideon has taken my life. It's because he has ruined me. He has eaten me in my sleep. Well, since we got derailed, let's go back to our comic cam here. Sorry, I went to do the comic cam and I went to cat cam. But yes, in the grim dark millennium of the 41st century, there are only cats. Only cats. No, don't worry, Monopoly. I am not opening the door to let Gideon out to the world. He's just being let out into my house. So, don't open a door. Oh, you guys are wild. All right. You guys want to see some hotness? Boom. Vampirella. Exclusive cover. I think this is, let's see. Now, I don't know... Tug says, I'm coming over. Tugs, you want to steal my statues. Why would I let you come over and steal Gideon, too? Come on. So the... I think this was this Shannon Mare? I forget. Because there are a couple different variant covers. But I think this was an exclusive. Yeah, this was a Comics Elite exclusive. So, and Comics Elite, if you guys didn't know, is actually from Artists Elite. So Artists Elite comes from Comics Elite. So definitely go check them out. But yeah, this cover is fire. I saw this and I was like, I don't know who this is. I know who Vampirella is, but I don't know who the artist is. I don't care what issue this is. Doesn't matter. I need this cover. So this is book 6, written by Christopher Priest, who is actually a great writer, so I will not scoff at that. And look at that. Exactly, Harley. Exactly. Thank you. This is why the chat are legends. He says, she got those oh shit handles. That is exactly right. Right here. You see those? Those are the macaroni and cheese. Those are the baby makers. Those are the soul suckers, boys. That's what we're talking about when we say that. These are the reason why I'm late to work in the morning. That's exactly why. So that is Vampirella issue 6. This is Patriotica, Gods and Shadows. And this is her new uniform. So she used to have a different costume, different outfit. This is her new uniform in all her glory. And then here's the Kickstarter. You guys can see like the Kickstarter campaign exclusive as well. Patriotica, Gods and Shadows. So this is her old costume, from what I believe. And this is the new one. I had to get that new costume cover. Those are the reason I will be late for work at my remote job. Yeah, exactly. Dovey, how do I get one of those? Go to Comics Elite. I don't know if these are sold out or not, Dovey, the Vampirella ones. They may still have some Red Sonja ones from the same artist, but go to Comics Elite, check them out. For Patriotica, go to Mount Olympus Comics. Mount Olympus is the publisher for Patriotica, and they do all their campaigns on Kickstarter and Indiegogo and stuff. So that's another great one. First one is hotter. Man's Kryptonite, exactly. Yeah, this one's so fire. That dark hair, and even like the background, right? Like the cathedral behind Vampirella. So rad. Great cover. Great cover. So this one's cool. This is actually signed by, I want to say this is Tyler Kirkham. Let's see. Another Comics Elite exclusive. This certificate of authenticity, signed signature. All signatures guaranteed to be original and true. And it doesn't actually say who it was. But yeah, whenever you get a signature from like a comic store, you always want to see if you can get that certificate of authenticity. But this one is rad. So this is, I want to say this is a final boss. So this is another Indiegogo or Kickstarter campaign by Tyler Kirkham. Let me verify that just to be sure. I do not want to give incorrect information here, because I know that he's doing some stuff as well. Yep, Tyler Kirkham, final boss. And this was, the cool thing about this is that this was limited to only 100 copies. So this cover was only limited to 100 copies that they had signed by Kirkham. But yeah, Final Boss is super rad. I love this artwork though. This cover is fantastic. And I think you can see the soul suckers on this one too. Dovey, I have a portrait of you, huh? Is this you, my man? Not a, yeah, exactly, Harley, unless I want a lame Punisher statue. Well, thankfully, this one isn't lame, but it doesn't have the authenticity. So maybe it is a little bit lame, but it looks cool, so. And then one of my videos that I released a week ago or a week or two ago was Death Dealer, but Death Dealer was the newest issue from Opus Publishing that came out last week or 2 weeks ago. But this Death Dealer is from Glenn Danzig, and this was the interiors are from Simon Bisley. But this was the original. This is issue number 1, and I got issue number 2 as well. But this was Glenn Danzig's publishing company. Oh, sorry, I forgot to silence that music. So yeah, this Death Dealer is excellent because this was the very first issue of the very first series that they did of Death Dealer. Super glad I got my hands on this guy. It's not in great shape. Like I don't know if you guys can see. There's some marks up here. There's some wear and tear. Totally worth it though. You guys are gonna like this next one. Battle Chasers issue number 3. My God. My Lord. I mean, do I need to say anything else, my friends? Do I need to say anything else? Battle Chasers issue number 3. So this is drawn by Joe Madureira. I forget how to pronounce his name, but Joe Mad is essentially how everyone calls him. I would have loved to meet the man. I think he's not doing comic books anymore. I think he's sticking solely to video games now. But when he was doing comic books, dude, top of the line work. Not just his story, but his artwork. Just masterclass. So that's what I have for tonight. Like I said, I also wanted to show you guys the Black Templars that I want to unbox and that I want to put on display for y'all. Cause yeah, I would love to do a build stream. I think that would be super fun for you guys to join me on. So that might be. Josh says, other than boobs, yeah, maybe I should. I should also say that Joe's very good at drawing those as well. I love that series. I have most of them and all of them via digital. Hell yeah, Steve. Yeah, the Battle Chasers series, I have not read through all of them yet, but I have 1 through 9, and they are, from what I've read, they are very, very fun. It's that's what I would say that series is really, really fun. Okay, but let me know what you guys think. If you want to see a build stream, like a model stream, if we want to do that, pulling out some of these guys and doing a build stream, customizing and cleaning and building these plastic little friends of mine, I think would be super fun, and it would be super chill. It would be similar to this, but it would just be the top-down camera, and we'd just be hanging out. So I'm thinking about maybe doing one on Thursday, or maybe trying to do one next week. But let me know what you guys think, or if you guys would even be interested. But yeah, it has been a pleasure tonight to hang with everyone. From sharing the Italy story of the unfortunate mishap of that first week, to then sharing with you guys the new segment of Legendary Heroes, and going over some comic books and some Warhammer stuff. There's nothing more fun to talk about than Heroes, comics, and Warhammer, and Italy, and trips with families and with family and friends, right? It's a pleasure to do this, and it's a pleasure to have y'all support. It seriously is really, really fun, and I hope that for y'all it can be a method of escapism at times, or just a method of just having some fun and hanging out with a friend, with someone that that you can call family, So I hope that these streams offer escapism, that solace to you guys. Because yeah, it's you know, it's a good way to. It's a good way for me to do that, and it's a good way for you guys to hopefully enjoy that. So, I want to see a Warhammer stream so I can finally understand what all the fuss is about. Fair enough, Elias. Fair enough. It would take me probably 100 streams just to go over every single faction and all the different universes and everything. So maybe one day. But for a build stream, you can do that anytime. It's fun to build along as well. True, Monopoly, true. That's normally when I do most of my building, is actually to other people's build streams. So that could be a great longer Sunday live stream. Yeah, hey, there you go, Harley. That would be rad. Chat, rank those first 3. I'm curious who chat thinks is hotter. Oh, the comic books, for real, right? Tonight was great. Thanks, Shieldwall. Thank you so much. Have a great night. Yeah, X11, Joe Lewis. We all know who the real hero was tonight, right, guys? Joe Lewis, 100%. That is right, our legendary hero. Josh says, dude, I feel like I get to chill with a friend, and considering how much I work, it's rare that I get to do that. Appreciate these streams. Whew. That's right here, man. That hits right here. That's what I hope to offer. That's the whole goal, right? That's like everything I could dream of, is to feel like you guys are just hanging with your friends, to just be with community, with a family, and just like get away from like the nonsense of Twitter and Instagram and real world, shit. It's fun to get away, and I hope that this stream can be that for you guys. So, Josh, like I said, that hits right here, brother, right here. I greatly appreciate that. Oh, and the oh shit handles, of course. And the soul suckers. How could we forget about that? It was a great stream. Welcome back. Thank you, Mando. Yeah, it is welcome back. Thank you. Everyone's saying welcome back. It's good to be back. So hopefully this type of consistency will continue, and more legendary heroes, more thick thighs, more members that we get to dress up for. I mean, who doesn't want me in a 20-pound metal Templar helmet? Right? Yes, I should do the helmet back on for the closing remarks. Yes, fellowship. Thank you, Dan. Thank you. Great stream. Good to have you back. Thanks for sharing your Italy trip. Dude, thank you, John, for listening. It's a pleasure to share that stuff with you guys. I love to come here to hang out with you, buddy, who helped Comics League be what it is today. Jared, it is my pleasure, dude. My pleasure to hang out with you, and to put this stuff on a Monday night, which will soon be Sunday night, and we'll go over that, on another stream. But yeah, your other Soup 53 is on its way from Chris at Journos, and then headed to Top for pressing. Ooh, I cannot wait, man. Should be at least a 9.4. Cannot wait. Thank you. And thanks to Journo as well. What a guy. What an awesome dude. So yeah, thank you, Jared, and thank you, Elias. Hail Templars, says John. Here, let me put the helmet on one last time. Much better. Can you hear me all right? Okay. Gotta get there we go. Wait, where are my members? I need to grab my members. All right, one last time for everyone. Thank you to all my wonderful members. Al McNeil, Paul Bussell, Ash Lauren, Monopoly Loser, A Troubled Green, Arcasul, X11 Bravo, Michael Salo, Joey101, Ben Lee, Purple Valkyrie, Unbearable 73, Cajun Corey Rourke, Zax, Legion of Comics, Roman of the Empire, That Tug Life, Ian So Forth, Ken from Expedition Comics, Man of War 665, The Neighbor of the Beast, Salty Texas C, Harley Dave, John the Creative Blue Collar Guy, and Doviendi Setovius again, and I believe Codenomics as well. And there may be a few others that I'm forgetting that might have joined tonight. But once again, thank you to all the wonderful members who keep this stream alive and allow me to keep doing this stuff. Thanks, Max, for making Mondays fun. Have a great week. Hail to all, and have a great rest of the week. And I will see you guys later. And hey, Texas meetup is coming soon. Texas next week, coming soon. More info to come. I cannot wait. I'm going to see everyone there, hopefully, and we're going to have a blast. So until then, until next week, and I will see you guys soon.